Hello YouTube, Slingblade98 here. Welcome to part 2 of the Gunarley91 Q&A, where I'm going to finish off answering the questions sent to me by him. Anyways, the next one that was after the what would be your finisher question is, any of the new talent coming in, Jack Swagger, Evan Bourne, DJ Gabriel, or Ricky Ortiz, do you see any of them holding a major title as in ECW, WWE, or World Heavyweight? Personally, I think that it's really... I'll just go by them individually. I don't really think Jack Swagger has that much of a future. I think he'll probably stick around and feud with various guys for like 6 months. Probably then just sit on the shelf on the roster, jobbing, periodically for like a year and a half, and then he'll just be gone with the wind, and no one will really remember him any more than they did like Funaki or Sylvain Grenier. As for Evan Bourne, this guy has so much potential if WWE is really willing to see how much he is over with the fans and to really put the effort to cultivate him after several years of development. I see it as this, he's kind of similar to CM Punk's passing coming in. Really made a big splash when he showed up. And then, if they are willing to develop him for a year or two like they did with Punk before he won his first world title, then I think it would be, absolutely perfect. I think he could definitely be ECW champion, no doubt, by like mid 2009. And if they're willing to put him in a couple of years of development, I think within the next 3 years he would definitely be World Heavyweight Championship material. Reminiscent of like Rey Mysterio in 2006. I think he could definitely be of the caliber of like a Rey Mysterio if WWE is willing to see how much he is over and really put in the effort to make him something big. He definitely has the potential as a wrestler, as shown he has been a huge name elsewhere. It's just, the fact that WWE looks basically at how much money you're going to make them, how much the fans like you, and therefore how much the fans will spend to see you. So if he stays over with the crowd and stuff, and if they are willing to acknowledge that, no doubt he will be material, a candidate for those titles. Hopefully we'll see him, have more success at grabbing one than, like a misused person like Jeff Hardy. As for people like DJ Gabriel, he's only made a few appearances. I've only seen one of his matches. Really too early to tell with that guy. As for Ricky Ortiz, I think that he could probably become a ECW champion or Intercontinental champion within the next year and a half. I don't really see him becoming a World Heavyweight champion. I don't really consider the ECW title that major personally. But if he's really going to stay with this kind of goofy character, then I think that he has the potential to become only like ECW or Intercontinental champion. If there is a heel turn or a character change, then we'll see where the guy could go. He's not a bad wrestler. The next one is on the topic of Gregory Helms' return. If you've all seen those obnoxious bubbles where he pops up and comments poorly written lines on mid-card matches over the past few weeks, thankfully he's returning. And according to Gunarley91, who usually has his sources right, it says that he's coming back as Hurricane Helms. Well, in this case, if he's coming back as a totally new character, being that he's been gone so long, I think that the possibilities are endless for this guy, because, the fans have really forgotten who he is as a wrestler and what he can do. It's been so long since any of us have really seen him in the ring that, it's really a chance for a fresh start, and he could, really do pretty much anything. It's a chance for a new character. You don't have to worry about what people are going to think in comparison to what he was before he was injured, because it's been that long. So, but according to Gunarley, he's coming back as Hurricane Helms with longer hair and a huge tattoo that says Helms on his back. What would my ideas be for him in that particular persona? I think that possibly a feud with someone like Umaga or an alliance with a face tag team would be really nice to see. Possibly, if he was going to revamp like Superheroes in Training or something. Wasn't he a part of that? Yeah, Superheroes in Training, I think. Well, if he was going to revamp the superhero gimmick, possibly get some guys together like Jesse and Festus, I think that'd be a pretty funny alliance between them. Definitely light up SmackDown's mid-card. And I think that'd be pretty cool. See like a feud with Umaga or revamp that. Possibly see an alliance with some sort of face tag team. ideal candidates for the face tag team, in my opinion, would be, well, let's look at SmackDown's tag team. I would go with Jesse and Fastis, or less ideally, Primo and Carlito. And I think it'd be funny as hell to see them in an alliance taking on someone like Miz and Morrison in the mid-card. Miz and Morrison are WWE's every situation tag team. They'll put them in there for literally any match. Whoever whoever is the face they're facing, they'll put on a good show. That's basically all I'm trying to say. And the last one, well, it's really not the last one, it's the last one for this message, but the last one is, this is for TNA, and do you think that Paul London and Elijah Burke will make a good addition to TNA? This one's a bit hard to say. I think WWE really, I don't know why they didn't use Paul London. I personally think he's as good or better than Brian Kendrick, and I think it would have been good for him to go in a similar, face-like direction on Raw, but I really don't know why they fired him, and I really don't know why Elijah Burke was inactive for so long before he was fired. It's pretty sad. I personally think that they should, return to the indies, because I think that'd probably be kind of bad for TNA, them picking up mid-card scraps that WWE fired. There is definite potential for Paul London. Maybe he could return as the I Am Suicide guy in TNA. You never know. That'd definitely be pretty cool to see some guy in a Power Rangers costume flipping around the room like they do in Japan and Mexico. So I think that'd be a possibility for him in TNA. As for Elijah Burke, I really think he should go to ROH, or perhaps return to the developmental territories and come back, because really this is a big loss for WWE. He's a talent that's near as good as Shelton Benjamin, in my opinion. On to the next, last two questions. Really, these are the ones in the message prior. This one's not concerning wrestling, rather me. He's asking why I was gone so long, and if me and my dad are okay and stuff, because I said he was sick. Yeah, I'm pretty much cool. The reason I took a hiatus was actually because my internet was disconnected for a couple months. That's the only reason, really. My dad's fine and stuff, so you can expect to be seeing videos of the frequency you are now. Anyways, the second one is asking, and secondly, I thought this idea is marvelous, and if WWE can push it right, they could score with this. Instead of having Divas Championship, they should make it a Divas Tag Team titles, because they don't have one-on-one matches anymore. It's all 6-on-6 or 3-on-3 or 40-on-40. Man, ain't that the truth. And on SmackDown, the Bella Twins and Victoria, Natalia, and McCool and Maria would have a better place than just being there, because if you're twins in WWE, you're worthless unless you're a tag team division. So my question on that is, what do you think? If you think it's a stupid idea, then go fuck yourself. LOL, I'm just kidding. If you don't like it, then tell me, because I can take some criticism. Well, that was a really long question. Basically cut it down to, do you think there should be a Divas Tag Team title rather than just a Divas Championship? Personally, I think that they should... Yeah, I'm going to go with you on this, because you make a really good point. They really don't have Divas single matches anymore, and the single matches they do have are awful. And the tag team matches aren't they aren't really that good either. So I think that this would be a good solution to a boring, Divas Championship match every pay-per-view or every other pay-per-view, because these singles matches really haven't been that good. Michelle McCool hasn't lost the title to someone who actually deserves it yet, and they really don't have singles matches anymore. Maybe on Raw, but Raw actually has a semi-prestigious women's title. Sorry, fly in my face. So I think that they should indeed abrogate the Divas singles title and bring upon us a Divas tag team title. Either way, it's not going to be that good, but it's the lesser of two evils. So personally, I appreciate you sending me all these questions, dude, and happy holidays, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I hope I answered your questions adequately. Peace out.